Well, hi there, everyone. How's it going? It's very early on Saturday morning, July 9th, 2022. Let's go over some MLB algorithm stuff. We're going to recap Friday, and we're going to show a little preliminary look for Saturday. I have prepared something already, even though it's all with expected lineups and everything. So one game still going on in the 11th inning. It's Toronto and Seattle still tied at 2 down here. But everything else is finished, and it's looking like a pretty good day regardless of what happens in the other game. It's 11-3, could be 12-3, could be 11-4. Basically, a lot of good things happened. Up top, there was some choppy losses up here with Tampa Bay losing a weird one on a balk at the end of the game, I think, a weird balk call. Mets couldn't pull it off, and Minnesota blew a lead. They like blowing leads, and they blew a lead tonight. But other than that, a lot of good things. I mean, Colorado wins as an underdog. Detroit wins as an underdog. We have another good day up against the professor and the algorithm. We have a pretty good day. And we both hit Detroit, but we had Kansas City and they win. We had Colorado and they beat Arizona. San Diego, we had Philadelphia and they win. There was a lot of strings of a lot of wins down here, all the way down to Detroit. I mean, that is 3, 6, 7. What's kind of fun and what I wanted to show you about what you can do now in this MLB algorithm files, I've added a round robin parlay calculator so that you can simulate out some of these really complicated and large payout bets. They're not quite full parlays, they're round robin. So they're just different combinations of things. And what's interesting about being able to kind of connect these two is you can do all kinds of things and say, all right, well, we had this day on Friday, and the game's up at the top. I mean, if you played the top 7, you would not have had a winning day because you would only gone like 4-3. But if you grabbed the bottom games, right, starting at like Baltimore, let's say, if you just did 2 chunks of round robins, you have these games here, and you can bring them into the round robin parlay calculator. Just put the team right here. Those are 7 teams. The lines on those games are right here. And it tells you whether or not they win or lose the game based on, you can connect it or you can just look. I think all those were winners here, but you can also connect it right here. It's an equal sign and go into the pivot table and start to connect things to run simulations on what types of bets and whether or not games would have won or lost right here. But this is crazy because if you hit all those 7, I mean, this is like a $120 bet, right? Look at that. I mean, that paid $1,700 if you could catch all 7 of those. Now, it would have been tough to get all 7 of those because you probably would have had a different combination. Like if you grabbed the games at the top right here, starting with the Dodgers. So if you grab that game, you just paste the stuff right in. Those are the teams you would have had. These are the lines you would have had. And if you want to know whether or not they won or lost, go here, equal sign, and click right there. Win or lose. It's LOSE is the word that's used. So in this situation, you wager 120, only get $34 back. So you can see how you really have to get a lot of your games right, but there was possibility in a day like today to do that. It's just didn't all filter itself up to the top, it looks like. Has Toronto done anything in that game? It's still the top of the 11th and still 2-2. So anyway, okay day, but let's go ahead and let's talk about tomorrow. All right, so here's your look today, assuming Toronto wins, but this game's not over yet. So let's talk about Saturday, the 9th. Here's the look we have so far. Nothing, super interesting right off the top. You've got a crazy minus 335 for Houston, bad line for the Dodgers, bad line for Atlanta. Your bad line for Milwaukee is down to 6th on our list, but they're still up there. Do have 3 underdogs. So we've got a streaking Detroit. We've got Colorado again looking for a sweep or close to it. 3rd game in a row, I think, against Arizona. And the same deal with Baltimore and the Angels. So we do have those 3 up there. Other than that, it looks like a pretty normal day. This is what the breakdown looks like. Are there any pitchers who don't have innings pitched? Garrett Hill up here, only 6 innings pitched. So that's the Detroit game. So he has great stats, but only 6 innings pitched. How about last year? Nothing. How about AAA? AAA more reasonable, and there they actually lose the game barely. So keep that in mind if you use more illustrious stats or deeper stats of more than 6 innings. You do get a Detroit loss there, so that's something to keep an eye out for. Everything else, everybody has innings over 20 on all the other games, and so that is your luck. So if you're interested in subscribing, you can get access to the Google Sheet here for 30 days for $30, and you've got your round robin calculator in here, and you've got me updating this and complaining about it and doing it all the time. Also, for those still in the video, I did launch football, or at least the pre-sale for football, and I'm going to be working on the NFL file as we get into spring training, as we get into preseason football. And of course, the season that will be busy. Get it now while it's hot, $150 for the whole year. Because when the season starts, I start charging $100 a month or $25 a week because I start complaining about work. You got to get me now when it's early, and I'm excited. So that's the update for today. Good luck on Saturday. If you do one thing, you wait for a more extensive video on Saturday around noon when I have confirmed lineups. But if you have to do something now, we saw that Detroit could be a little scary there, although the pitcher does have good 2022 stats. So they're still corrupt. Yeah, it's a tough board. It's a tough board once again. All right. Good luck, everyone. May all your picks be winning.